darn about the state of our state, Florida. With all the big issues plaguing our state and our nation, it's easy to let small things like amendments to a state constitution slip past our attention. Excuse me. Yes. Hey, I was just wondering, when you go to vote, what are you usually looking for?
The president.
Right, sure. Yeah. What else?
The Senate.
Yeah, sure. Anything else?
Are you a cop?
No, just talking to you calmly. See? The thing is, I'm just wondering if you know, other than the big names on the ballot, what or who you're voting for.
Oh, no, I don't. You know, like sometimes, like when you're driving, there'll be like a poster on the side of the road. I'll just like check that name if I recognize it. Actually, one time when I was voting, like I tried to make the bubbles in the shape of a dog. It was like a stop sign.
You're a credit to our citizenry.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How about you? Do you know what you're voting for?
No, not at all, no.
I appreciate your honesty. The truth is, most of us really don't know what the rest of the ballot is when we go to vote. Don't worry, I'm here to help with that. Let's have a chat about the first 3 amendments on the Florida ballot this November.
Just the first 3?
Yeah, it's a TikTok generation attention span thing. Gotta keep it fresh for the youths. Anyway, let's talk about Amendment 1.
Was something supposed to happen?
I thought there was going to be a transition, and I guess that doesn't happen right now. It happens in post. Here's what Amendment 1 proposes. The Constitution of Florida would be changed to read, only a citizen of the United States who is at least 18 years of age and who is a permanent resident of the state, if registered as provided by law, shall be an elector of the county where registered.
Well, what's it say now?
Every citizen of the United States who is at least 18 years of age and who is a permanent resident of the state, if registered as provided by law, shall be an elector of the county where registered.
That's the same thing.
Nope. It says every citizen. If changed, it will read only a citizen.
Yeah, but that's the same thing.
No.
It is the same thing. It's just semantics. I mean, one refers to a group and the other one refers to an individual, but it's generally derivative of the same meaning.
Well, let's look into that, shall we?
I'm gonna light this whole ding-dang country on fire!
In the United States, you must be a citizen of the United States in order to vote.
I'm not from here.
Then you cannot vote.
I know that.
Okay. It comes down to the word citizen. The people for this amendment are arguing that if it says every citizen, it could mean anyone who legally lives in the United States, not necessarily people who are United States citizens. By saying only a citizen, it makes it more specific. This would make the people allowing driver's licenses to be issued and registering voters pay more attention to who it is they're registering.
But isn't that on those people that work for the Orange County Tax Collector's Office and the DMV?
Yes.
But it seems like the same level of confusion exists in the same language.
Yeah, you've met the people who work for the Orange County Tax Collector's Office, right?
Point taken.
The people for this amendment truly believe no one should vote in any American election except for U.S. citizens, which was already the rule. But I'm gonna let you in on one little secret. It's all malarkey.
No way. In America.
Jason, if you don't stop talking, the real purpose behind a voter group submitting a petition for an amendment like this is that each office of elections in each county has to verify each signature, which takes time. Which means other proposed amendments may fall to the wayside, or that other petitions for different amendments may not be accepted.
So it's a time waster so other amendments don't get on the ballot?
Yes, and it's legal to do in the United States. But the good news is that election offices here in Florida are putting restrictions on that sort of behavior.
Oh, good.
So that's it, folks. If you vote yes on Amendment 1, the Florida Constitution will say only a citizen of the United States can vote in elections. If you vote no, the Florida Constitution will say every citizen of the U.S. can vote in elections. And that's the first proposed amendment on the ballot. It will fundamentally change the future of our state forever. Amendment 2 is about raising the minimum wage in Florida from $8.46 per hour to baseline $15. And this change would occur over the next 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah, what, did you think it would happen instantly?
I absolutely thought it would happen instantly.
Bless your cotton socks. That would require companies and organizations to create money they don't currently have.
Baloney. They for sure have it.
Yeah, you're probably right. However, companies have plans and structure and things that people don't understand. You raise those wages immediately and a company can't handle the financial strain. It implodes and now everyone is sad with no job.
Oh, that is the opposite of that.
The point of change is to enact it and then give it time to grow.
But I want immediate gratification.
I declare the current minimum wage is completely unsustainable.
Well, let's look at some numbers, shall we?
This is gonna hurt, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Throw some numbers at you like Russell Crowe in A Beautiful Mind. The average cost of a one-bedroom apartment in Florida is $736 a month. Ready to be sad? If you work 40 hours a week at the current minimum wage, you make around $13.50 a month. That leaves $614 a month for groceries, bills, gas, literally anything fun. 4 weeks, $614 left. With a 2-bedroom and a roommate, which averages at $11.75, you have $736 for all of those things. So your best bet is to live with multiple roommates.
But I hate living with roommates. I'm an adult.
I think we can all agree that's not the most comfortable. Tourism is the most prominent profession in Florida. And with hotels and theme parks and beaches making up the majority of jobs, many of which pay minimum wage or maybe a little higher. So in order to make ends meet, many Floridians have to take on multiple jobs, which leaves no time for, sleep.
I work 3 jobs, I have 2 roommates, I have no time, no privacy. I literally cannot afford to get laid.
A travesty. In addition, that lack of time means citizens don't have time for fitness, nor are they able to afford healthy food. This all seems like a no-brainer, but there are arguments against it. Inflation due to more money in the system could cause minimum wage to be unlivable again. Companies and businesses may raise prices on goods and services and downsize staff due to overhead management. Consumers may not accept this, thus driving the businesses into financial ruin and breaking the economy in its entirety, causing a vicious cycle that will break capitalism completely.
Yes, let it break. I am so tired of not being able to afford leisure time.
Which is why the 6-year process, so the market can adjust as we raise the minimum wage, making life better for everyone, ideally.
I would like to say something.
Please.
This pandemic has shown us that workers that get paid minimum wage, grocery store workers, food service delivery workers, warehouse workers, etc., those are needed services. We need those services. They deserve to be paid what they're worth.
Well said. But things will change and adjustments will be made over time. That's economy. For example, you might make over the minimum wage right now and the cost of living for you might go up while your pay doesn't increase at all. That's the truth. It's a compromise. How much change are you willing to accept? A lot. So, in the end, voting yes on Amendment 2 will raise the minimum wage to $15 over the next 6 years, changing to $10 in September of 2021 and rising $1 a year from that point on. Voting no keeps the minimum wage at $8.46 an hour and nothing changes. The third proposed amendment to Florida's Constitution is that Florida will move from a closed primary state to a top 2 primary state.
I have no idea what any of those words mean.
They do that on purpose.
Well, that's me.
It's America. Right now, when the primaries for governor and state legislators and the cabinet positions happen, we have a closed primary. In each party, the candidate with the most votes goes on to run in the general election.
Wait. Is this about governors and stuff?
Yes.
whatever. I'm getting a taco.
This is the reason why this country is failing. She wants it. So, right now, if you want to vote in the primary, you have to be registered with one party.
What if I don't want to register for one camp? I have a wide spectrum of different beliefs that may not align with one specific group.
So right now, if you don't want to register with any political party and remain independent, you don't get to vote in the primaries. But if this amendment passes, you will get to vote in the primaries.
What does top two mean?
Nothing sexy.
Oh, damn it.
So basically, top two means whatever two candidates get the most votes in the primary, no matter their political affiliation, those are the two that will be voted on in the general.
Excuse me? What if there are two Democratic candidates on the...
Then those are the two that we will be voting on in the general.
Two Republican candidates?
Same thing.
A Green Party candidate and a Pastafarian.
Pastafarian is a religion.
You're telling me that this could be a complete non-bipartisan election?
If Amendment 3 passes and we go to a top two voting format, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So you're saying my affiliation could be the only one on the ballot?
Right, but it could be the other party affiliation that gets the votes.
That is less good.
Right, so there's the rub. You get a say in what two candidates you get to vote for, but you might not like what that say says.
So you're saying we need to encourage more non-bipartisan primary voting?
Yes.
I'm gonna get a taco.
So, a yes vote supports establishing a top two open primary system for primary elections for state legislators, the governor, and cabinet in Florida. A no vote leaves the current closed primary situation in place. And that is the third proposed amendment. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll be discussing amendments 4, 5, and 6. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
I have heard this conversation. It is getting tiresome. Many times I've heard your questions. Not gonna keep biting my tongue. See, I apologized. I told you why I was in the wrong. So get over it. You had your fit. It's time to move on. Move on.